Hello everyone, hello. Let me just fix the chat. Why is it coming like this? Hello guys. Let me just, I'm trying to fix the chat. I'll try to maybe put the chat window. Yes. And my cool, yes. Fine, yeah. So this time I will try this window of chat. Now this is on the back, so you can see me interactive there also. So when I will scroll up and down, you will be able to see it. So first of all, hello everyone, all who are watching, and say hi in the comment and share your name if I will know who all are there. If you have joined and everything, we'll give 5 more minutes before we dive into the discussion for the bootcamp and a Q&A. So, hello, could not, is it Russian? Hello, guy. Hello, let's go. Hello, Milan. Good to have you again. Hello, Ari, Benjamin. Hello, Michele. Nice to have you guys. So, how's everyone doing? Everyone excited? Hello, Ian and Gaudi. How are you? Okay. Awesome, awesome. Good to know. Let me see if stream is working fine. Yes, we have 15 people here. I will try to find that widget more things for the stream. Like if I can fix this chat, if someone know about OBS and YouTube linking, then please hit me up in the Discord channel. I want to have that thing. How many people are in the stream right now, and this chat automatically. Every time I have to do it manually. Pop up the window. So anyone who knows about these things, please hit me up. Let's just improve it for everybody's sake so we don't have to do it every time. It's awesome, awesome. So awesome. Like 70 people and now to see 17 highs. If you are watching this, say hi. um, Post if you were in the last one, say you were there, and this is going to be the almost the extension of that. So from the last stream, what I did, I collected all the awesome stuff. This is where I'm liking the AI basically. So what I did, I took all the transcription from the last stream, I put it into AI and just tell it to give me the bullet points basically. So what we decided. So it gave me, so I edited it and made a presentation. So that's what I'm going to transfer to Notion also. And yeah, so really good use of AI in that area. And even that helped me to, I will show you uh, in multiple ways to figure out what everybody wants basically. Okay. So good stuff, all good stuff. And let me see this code. Let me just post it there. Okay. Bootcamp. Let me announce everyone in there. Good, good. So we have almost 20 people here. Awesome. Hello everyone. Hello, 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 awesome people. Hello, Rafa. Welcome, Yuthinian. Welcome, Brian, Mikade. If I butcher name, please sorry in advance. Hello, Vikram. Good to have you here. Good evening. Awesome. So one more minute, and then we'll just jump in. Mhm. Yeah, good stuff. Hello, AB12B. Okay, so we are almost 21 people here, so we'll just start. So let other people join in the meanwhile. So it will not, they will not miss that much, I believe. And yeah, all things good. So I'm just checking if stream is going good, all good. And yeah, so if I if I get so Environment Art Bootcamp 3.0. I did it twice before. The very first one 2 years ago. That was the very first time I was into the YouTube game. So it was for the Dragon Rise Challenge, and the second time last year, and this is the third time, and this is the biggest biggest one yet. But we can cut it to short because this time we have much more planned, and this sheet is there, so we're gonna be much more quicker. Okay. So yeah, so this is bootcamp third, which is I really love the response from everyone what I received. Really blessed. We had if I can share, just give me a second. So, so people who don't know, for them also it will be nice to see what we have. Okay, and let's put that. Yeah. So here we have our bootcamp page. If it's anyone, someone watching new, you can go to. I will share the link to the bootcamp. So if someone new is joining up, they can also join. Okay. So here's the link to the bootcamp. So join in, and we already have like 350 plus here, and then almost more than 100 from other source. Basically from TopPad, which had we sent the email from there. So we have like 400 plus easily. We have people who signed up, and on Discord, I believe who have already checked in. Okay. If I look at the people in there, 60, it's almost 170. Okay, 170 people are already in the check-in. So what is check-in is basically this. So once you sign up, so you will get this one link. Where is it? So you will get this. Oh, sorry. So you will get to this link, which have all the steps how to do things basically. So once you have, you check in the channel. So once you grab this one, you will get this link to Discord and all the channel. So if you have already grabbed this one and you don't know how to do it, so basically you can just check carefully in here, so you know how to. So you have to react to a comment to get it right. So basically in the announcement you will find. So read the document carefully. If you don't have, please reach out. And the community member are awesome. I'm really appreciating what everyone is doing, helping each other. So it's awesome in there. And the very important thing in between we did was basically timing and everything, which we're gonna discuss soon. Okay. So yeah, so just giving a gist of it. So if anyone don't have access to the channels specific for the bootcamp, you have to react to the message, which one you can see it, and otherwise community member can help you, because I expect more people to be in the server, because you see there are 400 people signed up, and we don't have enough people in this server. And I see people are chatting in the normal chats and discussion. For bootcamp we have separate channels, all right, so which we can keep it right. So yeah, at least that much of premium ship basically you will get. It's not visible to anyone, only people who are in the bootcamp is visible to them. So yeah, so that is there. And let's jump into the bootcamp thing. Okay, so then we have basically bunch of things like what is the vision, why, what is the timing and everything, which you can read here. So first of all, what is the vision? So I basically started this as normally as a project. Basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make environment and I'm gonna show you how to do things. Basically that was the main vision and thought of doing this bootcamp. But there, as you saw, there are like more than 300 people signed up, and more than 100 people are here with us, and almost 25 people are watching right now, which is awesome, right? So it's difficult to cater to everyone. So what I thought to and decided, so we can keep it much more simple and straightforward, which can benefit more people in the community. So basically building a community, right? And the community decide what we build and what we do in the sessions, right? And rather than one person creating the basically one in we or who everyone creating one type of environment, we have freedom for everyone to create their own, right? So everyone will create their own environment, their own concept. I will also make my own environment, right? For the start, I already have one environment started, so I want to continue with that, which is mix of fantasy, medieval, and organic, right? And I will tell you why I came up to that. But in the start, I can show how to block out and I can redo this thing with any concept, okay, or any idea, or like just to showcase. Okay, so that basically is the thing in there. So the main idea from there was to everyone work on their own scene, and not only me but everybody else also help each other to do these things. And we will have, and the sessions mainly focused on feedback and certain workflows. Like imagine we are doing detailing pass, or one session just on lighting, okay, or one session just on modular workflow, if that what community wants. We'll discuss that, how that will work. So this gave me a nice idea to help more people with more uh, openness, like everything will be visible to everyone. Okay, so like along with they will have their own threads as well, right, to document their progress. Plus we'll have common chat and everything, which we're gonna discuss. Okay, so now time zone. Before you jump on like why we are doing it on this time, like this is the time picked by the community, 7 to 9 p.m central time zone. If you don't know, right, you can go to with I will open up this link. So here, so everybody who checked in the Discord server, they might have received this link. You see this is the basic time zone. Okay, so everybody filled, which everyone is available. So the most highlighted part is when the most people are available. You see, so there are almost there are 123 entries are there. It's still less than the people are in the server, and less than the amount of sign up we had. So still fine, still a lot of people, right? So now you see 7 to 9 p.m is full. Like there are almost more than 50% people are there. So like out of 120, 65 is that's why it's almost 50-50, you can say, is here. Other times are here, but it's difficult for me to pick up to who is available in what time. Maybe I can download this on the back end in HTML. We have all this data. I will check on the this thing. So if we let's just go crazy. So I don't know if we have it. So I don't know if we can somehow get the data out of this, and we know at what time how many people have signed up, and then in the end where we can figure out whom to pick, right? But I'm still open to give a separate session and separate slot if someone cannot join in this session. Okay, I need 10 plus artists signing a petition in the channel in the discussion. You guys discuss with each other and you suggest the time, and then everybody react to it. So even if it is 7 to 9, I can make it like 5 to 7 and or 6 to 8. We can shift this session, right? If in one day, right, in one day we can keep it this time, but for now I'm keeping it to this time because majority, or like at least 50% of people are voting into this time. But if 10 plus artists can also, we cannot join on this time, we need a different one. So if they can all come together with the one time slot, I'm happy to add another session to help them, right? At least for feedback, because all of this will be recorded, right? And will be available on YouTube. I will record them separately, keep them on the drive. Everything will be maintained on the Notion, so you will know each session what is happening and what we are covering. And we will have another Notion for knowledge base, basically. Okay, and then this is, and that's what bring me to think how it will be, right? So we'll have different so I have a plan which we'll discuss just now after this, that how the structure of the bootcamp will go, right? It will be that simply like the prop, like block out this thing, but or each week uh, along with the topic I'm covering. So basically, I will do stuff and I can come on the talk and I say, okay, this is what I did on the environment. Okay. And I can showcase it in the start for the block on and everything. We can do the session. But afterward, once we are in the detailing phase, which will be like the 4 to 6 weeks, basically in between, right? So that we can focus on a topic. Okay. And that topic will be suggested in a separate channel on the Discord. And that channel when we have the multiple thing, like imagine we people vote on, okay, we have different people with the modular environment, some with the organic, some with the interior, so people will have different environments. So imagine some everybody vote on the blending materials for that week. Okay, so we're gonna focus on that week on blending material. We're gonna remove that from the list, and we're gonna put the video on the Notion as the uh, as done, right? So if in the next time someone need to look at blending materials, we're gonna send them to Notion and to that video, basically. Okay, so we can cut the clip out of it also for the specific part, but if we can cover multiple, we will try to cover multiple most voted topics for that week. Okay, so that gave me much more freedom, where we can help more people and where we can, you know, more democratize the basically the sessions, right? Where you guys pick what you want to see. Okay, so this one is best because we will make this knowledge base, plus we can help anyone who join later on, because I wanted to close the sign-ups for this thing, but I still see people are keep signing up, so they will keep joining in, and then they're gonna they can join in for the feedback session and the topic session in there. Okay, we're gonna follow our thing, our normal workflow for the 2 months when we start to finish our environment. But in between, we'll have a feedback session. But I'm ready to add another one to just to discuss these workflows if we don't have anything else, right? So only if community wants. Otherwise, we will have 2 sessions per week. Okay. So, but if we have more people, we need more feedback or more support, then we can have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yeah. So that's three things we can do. Again, for the timing, you guys can vote in the channel, right? So you will have we will have for suggestion. We'll have different different channel for feedback requests. We'll have different, right? And for your post and your progress, we'll have different channels. So we'll have basically keeping everything in different places, right? And yeah, so then the workflow basically. So this is from my the North Kingdom environment. So basically, this is basically the 4 step. First, the block out, basic shapes and basic proportion vision, basically matching all the larger and medium scale assets of the our concept or idea or environment. We just place them in Unreal and we match the camera, um, and then we do the texture blocking. Basically, texture blocking means we find out what textures we need, tileable what tileable textures we need, what if we need trims or not, if we what other props. This stage we can block out the small props and we can start placing also. But we need to everything to be textured so we can match the color of everything, right? So this is the basically block out texture I call the stage, and with some basic lighting, right, matching our mood. Then we then the rest of the week till the final 2 weeks, we'll just start polishing each and every asset. Like it could be ruins, it could be interior for someone, so that will be more texture work and material blending and some prop work. And then final polish, where again, so this polish is again the same, where we're gonna start placing very micro details and FX lighting, more pass, and playing with the post process and everything. And yeah, so that's pretty much into this is straightforward, nothing to compare, but it will differ a lot for each environment. It will be different. I will be here to help you break it down for you for your environment. So don't worry if it's overwhelming you, if you're doing it for the first time, don't worry. I will help you break it down. And that's why I was suggesting I can do next week we can just do 3 sessions just to break it down. As long as, like, if it's second session everybody is happy and not do, so we just do this breakdown. Or if someone needs to know how to break down their scene, I will help them. And then we take the feedback and suggestions basically on that. If someone is already, because I've seen some people have already done the blockout and they are in the basically a set dressing phase basically, so that we can help them, okay, if they need something in there. Okay. And then feedback again, there will be live streams again like this for the feedback. And there will be a specific feedback request channel where each week each session will have its own thread. In that thread you're going to post the images with your questions, so I will go through that. I kept it that way because it will be easier for me to go look into feedback and going through it. If I miss something I can always chat in there and send, but we'll try to cover as much as possible in that session. And and you can see the personal threads of each artist. You can also see this feedback thread, so you will read, everybody will read each other's threads and comments, and so everybody will learn everything. So it's a very good way to learn from other people's doubts and questions. So that's what I wanted to accomplish with this. And the only thing which I forgot to touch upon a little bit is the live stream, right? So there is only one thing basically now I don't want also to happen, because that's why I was keeping it private in the start, into Zoom or Meet or Teams basically. I wanted to do it through that because it keeps the accountability, right? So the session is gone, then it's gone. right? But so many people requested like if we can have a recorded session and watch it later. So I planned, okay, why not just post it on YouTube so people can watch it later on also, right? It's freely available, nobody have to go anywhere else, it's there. But the only drawback of that is, I'll say, the accountability. Like how we gonna set the accountability for everybody and not make artists lazy. That's the only worry I have, that they can like it's gonna be available there and then in the end they don't watch it, right? So how we set accountability, I'm planning is basically using our server. If someone is not posting in the thread for weekly updates, right, and not getting engaged and not asking question, and don't have a valid reason, like if some people have jobs, some people have school and university stuff like that, for them it is okay. But if you're not able to commit the time, and that's what I'm gonna basically set the accountability for basically, right? I can go to the extreme to basically remove people from there, because they are taking if they're not putting effort, then no, we will put time to people who are putting effort and we give feedback to them basically, right? So again, I don't want to remove anyone from learning anything, so we'll just leave it to the community. Maybe they'll just hang around and we'll appreciate more people who are more putting more effort to their work basically. And then this question was asked last time in there, like what tools and platforms we're gonna use. So basically, I use Blender full time for 3D software. You can use whichever Max Maya, Cinema 4D, Modo, Moi, whichever you use, and Unreal Engine for everything. Set dressing and make engine. If you use Unity, you're happy to, but I won't be able to help that much. Maybe community can if they're working, but we're gonna use Unreal Engine and Blender mostly. And for the texturing, for other things, we'll have Substance Painter, Designer, and Speedtree, and some useful add-ons. And if people have some suggestions or they want to learn something specific, like imagine someone's people vote on Substance Designer workflow, then we can make some simple texture in Substance Designer. Or for the foliage, for sure, we'll have our uh, this thing. Okay, and again, again, so whichever tool you can use it. Okay? And as always, recorded session will be available on YouTube and will be maintained in Notion in really uh, very in the sequence, and in between all the sources resources people are gonna share in the chat. Like I saw, like people are sharing with the for the Unreal basics. Like last time, also people asked if we're gonna share the basics. A little bit basics I can touch upon, like quickly what windows are and anything, but not more than that, because it's already so many videos are available on YouTube. But that we can, what people are sharing, so I can just take that and put it into Notion, and then we can keep that one Notion page as our landing page. So basically, people who are starting up, is like these are the basic videos you watch, and then these are the bootcamp videos basically you watch. And in between, if people say, oh, I have certain doubt, and they share video for that, we're gonna add it to Notion. So that's how we're gonna maintain everything, all the links, resources, and files through Notion in a single page for the bootcamp. And yeah, so we can mix up pages inside it, so it's not a issue. Okay. And then again, for the Discord structure, as I said, we have already have bootcamp announcement where we announce, and then we have bootcamp check-ins, which will be which is there to see people who are landing in the server and get to know what they want to make and what their aspirations are, which helped me also finding out what we want to make. I will share in a minute. Okay. And then we have we'll have common discussion for everyone can post um, anything or talk. It's already there. People are doing a really good job there already, and they're asking things in there. And then topic suggestions again for what we want to discuss in that week. That workflow suggestions going to be in the topic, and then feedback request for every week, as I said in there. And finally, everyone will have a work in progress or a thread for each and everyone in a separate channel. So I will share after this thing. I will make it open so everyone can start making their own threads in there, and they can start posting in there. I know you will be eagerly waiting. So over the weekend, it's gonna be flooded with people. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, let me just quickly check the chat if people are not slept yet. Okay. So, Kawai, hello. And Michele asked, which version of Unreal will you be using? There is 5.6 is up. I'm open to use 5.5 or 5.6 latest, maybe, right? But I will try to use 5.5. And the last time some asked, like their laptop cannot handle Unreal Engine 5. So I would say you can use Unreal Engine 4 also. It's totally fine. Okay, so I will help you with the things in there as well. So an engine 4 point, whichever 4 latest is there, 4.27 I believe. So you can use that, and 5.5 is already installed. I installed 5.6 alpha or preview released this morning. So if we have something special in there, I just installed it to test. So if we have something special in there, we'll use. Otherwise, it's fine. Okay. Okay, so this channels you will all get after the stream. I will open and put it in the announcement channel, so you all will go crazy. Okay, now we have resources and this thing. So again, so this is again we touch upon, like if some people were saying, okay, this is wait, I wanted to share one thing for this. Okay, for the check-ins. Okay, maybe we'll talk about another. Okay. So we'll talk about this thing here. So basically, what everyone was, so many people have said last time that like, okay, this is overwhelming. There is so many things in environment. How to pick an environment? Okay, so I shared it last time also. Let me share the link here as well. Mm, and so you can pick this also. So I'm collecting the concept, like if you don't have already. So I'm collecting these concepts. They're like more than there are almost 2000 concepts in there. So you can use these, you can go here. Okay, inside are my personal concepts collected all over the years. So you can use these if these helps you. Okay, and I wanted to make them, but if someone from the community can make it, I'm gonna make my day also. Okay, so and there is another thing I wanted to share is, wait, let me get here. So if you and wait, how we came to this topic. So what I did, I took all our suggestions. Okay, and I will maybe show you. Okay, so let me. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so what I did, I put all our comment. I can do it again, this thing. So I took all the comments from the check-ins and I made a single text document, and I put it to ChatGPT and asked it like, what are the three most common environment ideas and most common tags people have put. Okay, so let me zoom in a bit so you can see. So here you will see the urban city environment, post-apocalypse, and fantasy medieval are the three most common. I can redo it and post it in the announcement so you will know. So don't get decided. And the realistic, modern, and organic, which I felt like that everybody is like, most of the people are going for Last of Us and other side of things. So which could be true. I'm not sure like if uh, that is true, if everybody wants that. But many I've seen going fantasy and medieval. That's my choice also. I love fantasy medieval, other than Last of Us or Abandoned. But anyone, so if we want to discuss, work on that type of environment, we can do. And what we can do in between, because it might be I'm working on a fantasy scene, and we have people who want to work on this type of things. What I can do, I can take one of artist's scene and I can showcase on that basically, right? So if any artist who can share the project, we'll take the project and then we will, you know, uh, do the things on there and show it live on that project basically. Okay, so that is also possible for each week. Okay. Okay, so we'll ask like who is open to share the project that week. Okay, so that's one. And other than that, if for the topic selection, the concept art is the one, and then second is like if you come to Sketchfab, and you search DI diorama. Okay, so there is a school like digital entertainment school, right? Art and entertainment school. They have this assignment. Okay, so they you find this diorama. So if you're the first timer who is making the very first environment, I would say take something interior or something simple, or take some example from here. Okay, so and it's just like a concept only. They are good as a story, but by the quality it is okay. Okay, so you take this and make it in Unreal. Simply, you can ask them, and if you can use it, they have this 3D model. You ask them if you can use their 3D model. If it's not downloadable, you can ask them politely, send them a message like, I really want to recreate your scene. Like for example, this one, you say like, I really want to recreate your scene in Unreal. Like, would you be open to share the asset? If they don't, they still what is where, right? So you recreate it. So I'm just saying, like, if it's the first time you are doing it, it will make your life easy, right? So why make your life difficult in the end, right? So that's the one suggestion I have. So let's okay. So that's basically, I'll say, focus on basically use the resources. And even some a scene might have 100 plus assets. We might not be able to finish it in a few weeks. So use those assets from Quixel, Sketchfab, Fab, wherever you have the library, and only make hero props. Make 3 to 5 props, hero props, and reuse from the other library if it's possible. Because our main goal is to finish the environment, and in the as an environment artist in a team, we don't create the props. We have prop artists in the team who create all the props, and we mainly focus on the big scene, set dressing and building, composition, mood, and player progression and level designing and everything, right? So again, small diorama. If you're the first timer, you can take interior with the simple, which do not have too much of too many props, a simple environment, or take a diorama, right? You don't need to create a full scene. You can create a full scene out of those diorama from DAE, but you can create the exact same diorama in Unreal also, just to learn, and then you can expand upon it and make it larger. Okay. And then again, before the first session, if you haven't joined, if you're watching this and if you haven't joined the bootcamp, joined it from here. You will get the form to do know the next step, how to join the bootcamp channels, how to post this thing, and have your idea ready. And I will add you to those channels after by the evening, basically. And you can just make your thread and start posting in them. Okay. And for again, for the beginners, we already have community doing awesome stuff, sharing things in there for beginners who don't know Unreal. So you can watch the basic Unreal, basic Blender, or basic other 3D tools in there. But Blender and Unreal is only required at this moment, or any 3D software. Max or Maya will be fine too. And you can watch the previous bootcamp on our channel or too. So if I share, uh, hmm, so if you can go to our channel, basically you're watching. So here, if you go to playlist, you will find bootcamp here. Yeah, here. Okay. So this is why this is here. It should be here. Okay. So there is the bootcamp. Okay, so you will have basic planning, and these are the full live streams are there, so you can watch like basic environment planning, block out, and basic environment texturing and lighting and finishing. Those basically uh, basic block out is there. So the amount of thing you need to understand of basic how to get up and running is here. Okay, and yeah, so again, the goal that's for the good for the beginners. Okay, so now in the end, the community, the awesome people, you guys, right? You guys make this possible. The more you participate, the more things you do, the more questions you ask, the more you help in there. It gonna keep, and you wanna keep watching, and I'm gonna keep creating. That's a simple thing. So you show up, I will show up, for sure. Okay, so if I'm not there, like you're doing right now, support each other in there with feedback, with update, with knowledge sharing, which is awesome. And feedback again, if you learn, if you gonna read and watch other people's feedback and go through other people's thread, you're gonna learn more things, which is awesome. It's just double fold your learning. And then again, the goal is to build ever going community. Basically, I want to keep, even after the boot camp is over, right? The next plan for this is to maybe do our community projects. Basically, we'll all get 5 people or 10 people together, and I know a bunch of level designers who just made the design of the level with a simple block out, and we're gonna make it beautiful. So that's a one nice exercise I was planning, or we can make our own also. So basically, clubbing 5 people together and building the next environment. So then bootcamp 4.0 will be that. Okay, and whoever joins in between can join in. So after this bootcamp is over, I plan to keep the feedback sessions alive. Like every week, we sit and for the feedback session, or one session for workflow. Maybe we keep it alive. So people who join in between and started late, they can also benefit from it, and they can keep continue. So basically, it become a continuous going thing, and people gonna join and finish the scene and start the new one, maybe, or maybe new people join and they start a new scene, so it will keep going on. So that's what I want to build. And then all the people who finish the first scene, they help the people who join the new one. So that's, I want to build a basically everlasting community. So that's what I want to build here. So where community help each other, and more people keep joining, and we keep helping them. So if we are able to reach there, it will be awesome. There's nothing else I want from it. And yeah, so open for question. If you uh, do ask question in the live session, do post question in the chat, tag me. If you're not getting reply, tag me. I will know. And yeah, keep supporting each other, and that's it. And if you have any question, then let me know. And yeah, let me get back to the comment chat. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. You think asked, all videos live stream will be records on your YouTube channel, right? Yes, yes. On this channel you're watching right now, it will be available there. I'm also recording it offline on my PC, so you will get that also. So not to worry that it. So it will be much more better quality in the on the personal recording, and it's a little bit off. I know on YouTube how much my internet is like that only. So you have that always there, and you will get there as well. And the Pavel asks, does environment have to be G drive player through G drive player through level? I know the important, oh, but conceptual I choose a very player, not very player friendly. Uh, uh, Means you miss the if it's going to be a playable level, like that's what you're asking, right? So I believe like it's okay, like if it's not a playable level, you focus on a camera. That's what I did in the start. So the very first thing I did, I made diorama. The second thing I did, I made a camera focused environment. Whatever is in the camera, just make that, and nothing else around it. Okay, even if the perspective is a bit off, but it looks good as a picture, that's it. We're not gonna move the camera, right? So you can make the multiple cameras positions from multiple angles, but it's not gonna be animated, right? So even if it's possible, just keep one. It's totally fine. Okay, so no need to over stress it. Okay, so Milan asks, so the diorama will be used as a concept art, right? and we will be converting it to the something new. Yeah, so basically Adam, it's basically a concept only. So what they have on their website, that is just a concept, right? So you treat it as a concept. They already have so in the game art thing, so there are level designers, right? So who make the blockouts of the things, and our as artists we make it look beautiful. Those are beautiful, but those are not triple A with normal map and everything. So that you're gonna do. So how to convert that, and what unique props, where you're gonna do tileable. You are free to make changes in there. Like for example, if I show you in there, so there some things might not work, some things might work in there. So like I showed last time also, and there. Okay, so here we have the bunch of dioramas, no? So imagine you take one. Okay, so imagine this one. Okay, so you feel this is a diorama. Okay, so you can create the surrounding island also. Imagine this is a complete small island, this is complete a little bit bigger island, and there's the ocean around it. So you can surely make it this path where it's going. Maybe you can make a larger part of this island. Okay, maybe it's not an island, it's a river, right? So it's a river going in between and to the sea and the end, and it's a river coming from the mountain, and this is the basically the scene, the river, and there is a waterfall next to it. So that type of things you can add. But overall, like, just to not to complicate yourself and your life, I would say just try to convert the exact same thing, exact same diorama into with Unreal. Okay. So what you will understand with that is the very basic things like importing, exporting, naming the asset, importing into the content browser, folder structure, and how to place a set in the scene, and reusability of the things, and other things. Like, so for example, like they have this same stone wall here and here. This is a tileable texture, but we can create mesh and everything, right? So there are so many. So it's kind of a concept, right? You can make changes as per your requirement and if you want, right? So that's totally up to you. So if imagine this bridge seems smaller, so you can make it larger, or maybe you don't like the design, you want to make a different one, right? I think this is the design you can make, which is like without any nail or anything. I think there is a bridges like that which don't use any nail or anything. So you can showcase that, like how they use logs and there is no nail or anything. So it's just simply wooden logs. So yeah, this is basically how you expand on the idea basically. But for the starter, making the exact same thing make the life easier, and you understand the basic workflows, and the next time you have fun. Okay. And because you can ask a big thank you because my time zone I will need recorder for use. Yeah, sure, sure. No worries, no worries. Yeah. Just let me know, like, if there are more people in your time zone are not able to join. If someone can go to the link and ask, you know, uh, mm, uh, check in the link like what time zone and how to we can figure out who are not available in that time zone. If someone can let me know, we can surely figure it out. Okay, I will try to see how we can do it, but if someone can go community can do it, will be awesome. And Edward asks, got a question: when following a concept art for environment, must we follow until 100% similar, or maybe change it a bit, liking of the perspective here? Okay, controversy time. So last Q&A also I shared this thing which happened to me a few weeks ago. Basically, I posted my 3D environment as marketing for this bootcamp, right? Which was based on Rafael Lacoste environment, and that kind of went viral. And then people saw it and thought that I stole Rafael's concept art, right? His art, because it was matching so close to the concept art, so they thought I stole it, and I got so many mean comments. And basically, I to some extent I got scared, right? Because this was the very first controversy I got into, because I never got that phase. But still, I found out like nobody had that context how it happened. and I can share the story or lady story if you want to know. Just say yes, yes in the chat. I will show how what happened in there. And it was really nasty. I didn't expect it to go that way, but I was still confused and why it happened. So I would say not to you make it 100% similar, because although it is also a skill, right? Also a skill to match it 100%, because art directors want it to uh, feel and look and feel that way. But if you can take concept art and you can take art style and look and feel of a game, and then you can replicate that, that is much more closer to what art director or a company or a studio wants. um, so yeah, so that's basically much more than. But in the start, I would say, like, even if you go to this these people from DI Dharma, these are all students who were student. Like, it might be the few-year-old this thing. If you politely ask them, can I recreate? May I use your scene to recreate in Unreal Engine? Right? I really love your idea. Just be polite and ask them nicely. They will be happy to say yes. Okay, and you can even ask them for the mesh and even uh, the pure ref file or reference file that they have gathered. So can you share? I want to expand this scene into Unreal, and then I will surely credit you for this idea and for the concept, and they will be really happy to do that. Okay, and to love asked, I love just thinking an oil rig is basically a finished diorama. I should probably look for something. Yes, yes, oil rig is kind of diorama only. Yes, true. Yeah, so if people don't know diorama, this is diorama is like a part of land. It could be anywhere. So if you take a part of environment, like from 10 to 15 meters, and then you crop that land, that island is basically a diorama. uh, you then again ask, what kind of environment will we need to create trim sheets based on what to make judgment. Yes, so like as I said before, like if you don't have idea like how to break down a scene for the breakout, I will help you basically doing that. If you're not sure what type of textures are needed, I will be there to help you. Even the community will be there to help you with that. So yeah, so not to worry where the trim sheet. So it depends on use case to use case. We don't need to forcefully put the trim sheets in there. A bunch of tileable textures are fine too. You don't need to force the trim sheets in there. Only trim sheets are there where it could be required. Let me just quickly look into it, like if we have it. But usually you don't need to. And trim sheet not exactly uh, could be. We need to have trim sheets, but I believe we can get away with a simple tileable textures as well. It's very specific use case we need, like, because games are huge. There are like hundreds of assets are there, so the trim sheets and tileable textures help. But we are not gonna create that huge uh, environment. Okay, so even if you, it's all up to you. So you can pick a larger one also as per your capacity. If you have made multiple environments before, and you can make, but I will suggest to pick something small. And do not stress about the trim sheet, but if it comes, I will help you figure it out. Yeah, I'm not able to find anything specific for now, but yeah, if we come across the concept art while not blocking state, I will share it. Okay, so don't worry about it. Yes, so Milan said, I'm planning to attend the session on CST, but can't I do it work on my preferred time IST and share updates? You can share update anytime. This whole week we have, so you can in your thread you can post work in progress anytime. Okay, so that's just to keep a blog basically of what people did. Okay, uh, and yeah, so you can ask, tag me and ask question there also, but it's just to maintain your whole start to finish document how you made that environment. So and there's because is I had idea before, like if someone finished the environment, we can make a blog post on our website and we can showcase you, right? You created this environment, this is how you create it, or maybe a Notion page will make out of it, and then people and anyone can see it on Notion, anything, right? So that's something. And if you know Notion, you can also start doing it from the start only. That's okay. And yeah, Milan, you saw the mess up on the LinkedIn, but it's okay. Again, the oil rig from Farkas says, is it possible to finish something like that during the bootcamp? I don't know what the oil rig you're talking about. Can you please share on the Discord discussion channel the reference so I know? Have you shared it there already? Um, yeah, please share it in the discussion, bootcamp discussion on any simply. Okay. So okay, yeah. So Yutin, yeah, okay. Yutin have shared a scale, so I will have a look right now. So I sorry I don't read the Russian, so to love basically share it in the Discord, so I will have a look. As Ghosh asked, guys, you should listen to the controversy which happened. It was quite crazy. Yeah, uh, yeah, so that was crazy. Like I can share in a minute if you want to. And Godi asked, my question is, if someone wants to become an environment artist but not in games but films, in virtual production, what is the procedure? And Godi, recently recorded art talk. Basically it will be online on the YouTube channel next week or next to next week. Basically it's editing right now, right? So that will have basically in there. So if you the procedure is almost the same. Basically you will set dress the scene, you'll work on the composition, work on the camera angle, how it looks from the angle based on the storyboard. So it's basically the same. It's just we don't have a way to test it on the phone and the screen, right? That we don't have, so we cannot test it because those are already. So to gain the experience we already need them. But I have worked on virtual sets for virtual production, so it's just the same. So they use the Quixel assets to place in there, and they say like, okay, we need this area and we need the set extension, so you just use the same skill of set dressing. So and sometime it happens when you need a specific asset and you don't have it, and you have a asset which look different, but you need that skill, that understanding how you can convert the look and feel of that asset to your requirement. So learn that much of everything of environment, and but virtual production and the environment for games and films is almost same. And even there are so many movies and films are becoming in they are making in Unreal. So basically games, it should be real time, it should be optimized. For films it does not matter because they can render it out and then they can compose it and edit it later on. So the heaviness or optimization does not matter that much. Okay, but in virtual set I believe it is if it is live shot on the back, but if it is gonna be rendered later on, it does not matter that much the optimization again. And Pavel asks, I'm currently writing my diploma thesis trim trim sheets. So if anyone needs help with theory application, I'm up. Yeah, awesome, Pavel. Like yeah, so if someone asks in the chat and they need to know something, so you surely be there and help them. There is a one really awesome one. If someone wants a idea, let me show, and then I can surely talk about the controversies with someone. I wanted to share because it really upsetted me. I don't want this to happen to anyone, so that one is there. So there is this called Sunset Overdrive trim sheets. Okay, so this Sunset Overdrive. Okay, so this one I will share the link in here. Ultimate trim sheet technique. So this one, where is the how to open? So this one. Okay, so how can I? Okay, so this one have they've used the trim sheet to make the look and feel. So this is the layout for different ones. So this is awesome. So you can watch this one, and here it is. Well, go wild. And again, GDC is awesome. So you should just soak up all the GDC videos and stuff like that. Everything. Okay, so Benjamin asked, so for the schedule for the week 1 to 8, does that start next week? So next week is the time you should have the blockout, right? Yes, yes. Next week we're gonna start with blockout, so we'll have multiple sessions. Maybe next week from that also we can cover blockouts and the texture blockout, right? So the first 2 weeks are on totally based on the blockouts. So we can help more and more people. Okay. So why is that? Because I know that that is the part where most people get confused, and I want to showcase like how easy it is. You can watch my previous bootcamp videos on my YouTube channel. You will know how to break apart an environment and do it. But if there are people who don't understand, are still overwhelmed by that, I can help. I can help. I can help them break down. We'll take that as a use case, and people are gonna post in there in feedbacks request. People are gonna post like, I don't know how to start with this environment. Can you help? So I will just take it and I will break it down live in here, and then you can just start modeling it in there. Okay. So that's fun. And the same thing we can do when the texturing block out comes. So if you're not sure how many tileable textures you need, or if you need to use trim sheet or not, or how texture how many unique texture or assets can it have, so something like that. So we can, I can surely help with that. Okay, awesome. Let's take Uten's question. Okay. What I'm shared upon image. So this is really huge. Don't do, don't do it. Suggest, don't do it. For the starting environment, it's too huge. Take something simple. Take something smaller. It's not possible in the scope of 8 weeks. Because it need planning and it need layout, and it's not a small environment. It's not a small one. So yeah. So pick something smaller. Even if like, even if we want to make this the building and a tower on a ground, that much I understand. That much is possible. But this have a lot of things going on. From the picture, you can quickly make everything, but there will be so many details, so many assets in there that not gonna help anyone. So pick something small. Using shared mirror board and asked, I would like to know how long the scene with this scale usually take. Okay, which one? Just this tree? This tree? Okay. So if we say 1 day for the block out, if we just want to make this one inside the forest, imagine we are making these tree houses. We'll have a bunch of tree houses, or basically the whole, yeah. So there is a village of these houses on the. So like it's again, I'm just making the scope too much again. Uh, oh, sorry. Not sharing it. Sorry. Thank you, Benjamin. Okay, sorry. So there are like, it depends. Like if you want to make one scene, okay, or you want to make multiple houses. So because there could be that there's a village of people live on trees and stuff like that. But if we just take for example, we can make one and we can duplicate it also. It's not much. But imagine we want to make for example, from here, if we say like, okay, this is what we want to make, like we have three houses in there. So I would say the block out, we take 1 day for it, right? 1 day for the houses, like first to have defined. And if, and it also depends like if we want interior or not, right? If it's just going to be exterior, I would say like 1 day or 2 days for the block out is are enough for this. And then rest of the, like 1 week for the texture block out, and all the block out of the trees, all the assets for the forest and the ground cover, everything, all the blockouts can be done in 1 week, with including texture block out. And yeah, then it matters of the thing. And on these asset, I will say 1 week for houses, right? So what we can do, you can polish the geometry, because all this house is going to use tileable textures. So we know that we have these shingles, or whatever you call these planks, right? There are two type of, there's a round one, there's this one. So we can make, so here the trim sheets can help you basically, right? So how it can help you, you can make like three planks here, like 50 centimeter of this, and then you can make 4 planks here, 4 planks here, and you can make a plain wood, okay, strip. So now you have 3 wood strips, okay. And what other wood we have here? So one wood, plain wood you have, and the shingles is metals or wooden, it depends on that. How to say, do we see any other wood in the house, in the house specifically? So imagine we have shingles, we can take shingles in there, okay, on the top of the roof basically. Those are wooden shingles, so we take that. So now these 4 things, even you can put this wood also in there, which is a different color, right? We can divide into smaller. So now you create a, have cut the mesh here, and you map the same thing in there but move the UVs around. So basically in one texture you can make all the houses outside basically. uh, Okay, so yeah, so it totally depends on skills and your modeling speed. So it's like mostly modeling work, and for the trees, you can model in speed tree. That's again, or you can make it using spline. I would suggest making them manually because speed tree gonna make so much chaos. So we need the branches, so it's manually making by spline and then taking it to ZBrush and manually making it a week for the trees and everything, a week for the just the modeling of the this thing, and 1 week for just the textures. That's like 4 weeks of work to make this thing. And then if you have textures for the bark and leaves and every already, so you can make some trees and speed tree for 1 week extra, you can say, to make the set of trees and foliage and everything. And then the 6th week you can set dress this thing. So that's a roughly idea which I think you get from it. Basically these houses, there are a bunch of houses in there. So it's again, it depends how many houses you need. The lesser is more quick, like imagine you want one, uh, like that is much more quicker, okay. But if you want more, gonna take more time. So basically, yeah, you can but with the feedback, with the changes, it can easily be done in 2 months. So not to be scared of this, okay. So yeah, so this is good, this is good. Awesome, you have this thing. Have you already done some blockout? Have you tried, you think? If you have already, then you can post the sketch. Oh wow, there is more. So we awesome, you already have a bunch of stuff. Yeah, yeah, something like that, like I was talking about, like there are like village of on the top. Even no need to go to modularity, it's gonna, again make your it difficult. So no need to make modularity in here. Simple make tileable if it's not going to be the interior. But if you want to make the interior also, it's still possible to cover it with the same textures, because inside also you can put the same thing but make it, put a little bit thickness you can put. And for the glass you need a separate material anyway. But yeah, it's a cool design. Yeah, it's something AI maybe, but it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, love to see it happening finally. Okay, well, so yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I said, yeah, that's it. Like, anyone have any question? Let me check on the Discord if anyone have asked anything. Nothing, nothing. So yeah, so let's iterate upon the boot camps. Okay, so the basically, let me see if the stream is going fine. Yeah, it's fine. Only 15 people are 15 people left. It's okay. But the only thing is that the support I need from everybody is to show up. So that's gonna give me boost on my YouTube journey also, like how it can be a little bit more. And for the environments, like I will also create with you guys. So it's like my portfolio piece also I'm creating along with you guys. So I'm gonna share what I am working on in the updates, and then I'm gonna help you guys. Like if you're stuck wherever you get stuck, so I will get you unstuck there. So that's another part of this thing. And again, like to a trip on, like many people have asked me like why it is free. So it's just I believe in the free education, it should be free. But again, you can help me in multiple ways. So you finishing the project also is awesome. We are building this community, and you watching it on YouTube, you subscribe and share it with a friend, watch the video, and I might want uh, we might build double the community by next year. And lastly, on the talkmate, basically, let me open if in the talkmate, so we have bootcamp for free, but we have mentorship sessions. So if someone can afford to uh, pay for the bootcamp, or if someone want more support, so they can have one-on-one sessions booked and can pay for it, and that will support me also. And you know and you will get more time and more personalized support from me, right? And yeah, so that is there. And in the end, like, you can you can subscribe to my channel, right, and watch the videos. And we are halfway through the monetization goal, so that is also a support you can give me, if you which you are already giving, which is awesome. Okay, we have a question. uh uh Because since I have chosen an environment which is abandoned garage, I need some tips on how I can take a measurement of the area of the garage. Should I just go on like assuming? Yeah, so the best way of finding the scale is like you find something you sure about the scale of. And the second is using a scale, a character or box of 180 centimeter height and 2020 centimeter box, or you can export the Unreal Engine mannequin to any 3D software you're using, and then you start from there. You say like, okay, this if this is the player, and you can take it to the Photoshop, and you can assume, okay, this is the player, it will be there, and the roof is like 2 meter or 2.5 meter, and from there you just assume everything. So if there is nothing, if it is a really organic environment, and it's hard to tell, and then otherwise it's uh, otherwise it will be chaos. So it's basically a guesswork, right? But once you have something which have a scale that you are sure about, this is this big, like barrel or some vehicle, or a door or window, so they are usually by architecture they are on a certain height of them. It's a little bit up and down, but usually they are of certain height. Like for the stairs are usually I think 20 centimeter per step, and the window is like 1 meter high, and then the window starts, and the door is 2 meters, so stuff like that. They're like bunch of fixed things there are, so you can guess from there. And I would say just go by heart. So just use the mannequin, model the block out, take it to Unreal, and if it works, it works simply. And yeah, so for that we already have van in there, no? So that have a van, so that van, a Volkswagen van, you already know the size of. So from that, start comparing the size of other things. It will everything will start falling into place when you will put that van into picture. You will find it on Sketchfab. There's already there so many vans there are, so you can download that van and use it as a scale. And also, you can look online how big that van is, so just to be sure. And Gori asked, bro, you create the material by own in the bootcamp, or we download from the marketplace? It depends. So the mostly I suggest to use resources as much as possible, so we can just get to the finish line. But to showcase the point, I can work on some things, right? If so many people are interested, okay, we work on substance designer and we showcase, right? I usually don't create anything from scratch. I use and alter things. So like imagine I need a wooden planks. I will take the wooden texture from Megascan, and I will alter it based on my needs, or any other resources from maybe Polyheaven. I will take, put it into Substance Designer, and make planks out of it, and something like that. So it's better and make fast. And because in the working environment also, you will have texture artists separately, prop artists separately, level designers separately, concept artists separately. So here we and tech artists who are making shaders by themselves. So here we are doing everything by ourselves. So our focus should be building beautiful scenes, right? Although making props and texture is also a skill, for that, as I said, you don't need to create everything. Just pick a few which you want to create and make them, just to learn the workflow and learn the pipeline. But take the rest of them and alter them for your environment. So yeah, so we'll create if community is interested, and if not, then we're gonna use the resources. Yeah, so all up to the community. Larissa, yeah, thank you very much as well for being here and joining the bootcamp. Awesome. That's good. Yeah, let's see the Discord. Edward shared. Is it possible the moderators for this? Okay, let me open it. Edward shared something. Open. Okay, and okay, here's what Edward shared. Uh, if we see in this, I still believe modular is not needed. Okay, so if because you can reuse the asset still. Okay, so imagine this one is ending like that. Okay, you can reuse the assets, right? But modularity, I will say again, complicated. So because this asset is there, maybe this same asset you can place it here. Yeah, or you maybe create three variation and you utilize it on the other side. Maybe these chimneys you can reuse in the areas. Okay, there is these monument type of things, not chimneys, those the lanterns, stone monument type of things. So you can reuse them. And if you're focusing on this camera or maybe a little bit outward, uh, this is a train. What is a train or lift? Nice. So like we need to define where this goes. So if we want to make the extension of it, we need to define what will be that extension. Is it going to be just a, a viewpoint type of thing, right, where it ends and you just sit and see the beautiful part, or it does it is it a bridge basically going on the other side, right? It look like from this thing it could be a bridge. So I don't think uh, it's needed to make modular in there. For modular, it should be more modulary thing. So because this we can make a whole single mesh with the tileable textures plus unique textures, or maybe collection of unique tileable and other things. But I believe tileable is still much better option for this. We'll surely share like where we how we know when the tileable textures uh, are used and when the unique textures or trims and everything used when the time comes, right? So basically if I give you a quick example, basically if you're using 1K per meter textile density, we having a 2K texture, so that means we can only fit 2 meter of surface in there. So if there is assets UVs are not fitting in the UV space, even after overlapping the assets, we're gonna get into a tileable texture zone. So simply like all the large structure, like you imagine with this is 1.6 height, this lady, and then this is 2 meter, and then this could be easily a 4 meter high. Okay, so it's best to use tileable texture. Then that tileable texture can be used on this and on this, and maybe everywhere where you have wooden. And there is another technique which you can use to is the vertex blending. So you can use only one wooden texture, right? And you can brown wood, red wood, and even white wood if there is, can be using same wood texture but with the vertex color. So you can blend the vertex color with the wood color, wood based color, and then just reuse the same thing. That's like very more efficient to work with. uh, Hanging train, yeah, that's we need to figure out. That's type of structural or gameplay side of thing we need to figure out. I don't know how that will work, but you can maybe make it an elevator, right? Or maybe if it is like spirited away train which just fly off, it's fine. This is a fantasy world, nobody cares. So maybe put a rockets or a lantern there so it can fly off also. It's okay. Okay. Anything? Anyone have any question before we leave? Let me check how's the okay. Hmm. Okay, Mitchell. Anything? Anyone? Any questions? You can ask. Uh, Milan said, I haven't shared my concept art with my head. Go back to the workplace today. Yeah, sure, sure. No worries. Yeah, just I shared the link above with all my concept arts. You can pick something from there. You can pick something from Sketchfab ideas, or you might also already have something. So if it's difficult for you to pick something, you can send the make a mirror board or something like that and say like which one to pick, and I will select from the mirror board or somewhere. Okay, number it like 1 2 3 4. I will say okay, use this one. If it's the first one. uh Benjamin asked, when is the next lecture? Where do I check that? It's in the Discord server in the announcement. I will make I will plan the live streams for the next week. I will put the links in the announcement, bootcamp announcement channel, and just keep it there, and you can join, or you can join on the YouTube channel always. So if you're not sure about, there will be on there. So here, so if you go to the live, so there will be the planned one will be here. So like this one was planned, so this will be here. So like the next one which are planned will be here. So when the time comes, you can join that as well. So but it will be posted in the Discord server anyway. Okay. Yes. Yeah, Milan, always here. Thank you much as well. Ngodi, yeah, thank you very much also for asking the wonderful questions. So yeah, if we don't have anything else, again, I would like to request everyone to subscribe the channel and share it with your friend. Watch the videos. It support me. It uplifts the channel a lot. With you guys also, there's already a good engagement on the channel, which I'm really loving. So keep supporting, keep sharing, and watch the videos. Like it, comment underneath it. If you don't like something, critique it. Share me the feedback. How can I improve and make better videos? And if you have any ideas, if you want to see and you have ideas, you can share me what you should know. And I have this art talks, is specifically for the aspiring artists who are trying to build aspiring artists who are having some issues and want to discuss that and need some guidance from me. They can join me on one-on-one session, which is the art talk. It's type of talk show, so you can join me and share your journey and have feedback from me. That's wonderful. You are welcome to join that. But other than that, do work on your scene, show up, and stay motivated. If you feel stuck at any place, I am always here. So message me in the Discord, or share with the community that you're stuck somewhere. We will get you unstuck. Okay. So yeah. So thank you very much for joining in today's Q&A. I hope everything is clear and everyone is as excited as me to start next week. So again, thank you very much and take care. Until next time, keep doing the awesome work. Bye.